All right, guys, got an exciting one for you today. If you've been on the internet, you've been all of a sudden seeing Fernando Verdasco going, I like to roar when I serve. And you've seen Lindsay Davenport and Sloane Stevens and awesome players. The French Open champion this year, Swaitek, she's a big part of it now. Topcourt, they're coming. They're coming to a court near you, and they're bringing you the best instructors on the planet, the best coaches and players. And I have Ryan Cotillo with us. She's from Topcourt. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks, Pete. Thanks for having me again. Hopefully you guys saw our previous videos, but happy to be on here live and hopefully can show you guys a little bit more about Topcourt and some new stuff from some of these players and coaches that we have.
Yeah, really neat what you all are doing. So explain, and guys, as you come on in, say hello to us. Let us know where you're from, what level player you are. It's really exciting to see everybody. I'm starting to see people funneling in now, and we definitely want to keep the party going and say hello. So tell us about Topcourt. How all this happened? How all of a sudden are the Bryan brothers and all these people, Brad Gilbert, just the list goes on and on.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty awesome story. So our founders and essentially our whole team, we're tennis players at our core. So they're entrepreneurs with software tech background. They saw the opportunity here. There's nothing out there in terms of information and background and insight from these actual players on tour and these legendary coaches. There's so much awesome information online from really highly recognized coaches and players, but they really just saw a gap in terms of getting the background and the insight from these players. So what they did is they, came up with the idea, started making some connections and signed a few players. And we really just truly started steamrolling from there. And it's pretty neat, the process of it. So what we do is we get the players out there. We have it's truly a full production. So, a crew of 20 people, drones, videos everywhere. It's like a movie set. So we get these players out there, we film them. They really run the show and tell us their insight and how they train and what goes on in their minds. And we're able to put something together for tennis enthusiasts and lovers and coaches and players. And there's really something on Topcourt for everybody, dependent on, your level of play, your interest in tennis. There's something truly on there for everybody.
That's really cool. And I'll tell you what, you're talking about tennis enthusiasts, Ryan. We've got the best tennis enthusiasts in the world, part of TennisCon. They love TennisCon. We're getting close to 50 people on, I see. And David Lee's been on all week with us. He's been taking my money. I gave him a Tennis Express gift card. Then he won the next night, but he was nice enough to donate the gift card. Then we got Tracy from snowy Minnesota. She's been on with us all week. Help me with that. How would you say that?
Alareza.
Alareza. Looking sharp, too, in that picture from San Francisco. I used to live out in San Jose. We got Mesa. I like Mesa, 4.0 doubles player, so she's used to the heat. And we've got Ken, who's got one of the coolest thumbnails out there. Look at that. He's 4-ish. Guys, let us know. Oh, here's another one. Teams constantly be adding players and coaches to the roster. It's exciting. We love it.
Yeah, so, we got a lot more to come. So
yeah, let us know, guys. Leave a comment. How are you guys enjoying TennisCon for today? Is the last day where we're releasing like the lessons of the day, but stay tuned tomorrow because tomorrow we're doing Saturday night and day live. I'm calling it Super Saturday, baby. We're going all day, all night. Start with Jorge Capistani. Gigi Fernandez is going to be on. Jeff Saldenstein. Maribon, my buddy Maribon's going to be on. Tennis Express is going to be on. It's going to be amazing. So make sure that you get ready. And let's go, Ryan. Show us some cool stuff here. What do you have for us?
Yeah, no, this one is really awesome. And this is what I wanted to kick it off with. But as you all know, Iga Swiatek kind of came out of the woodworks from nowhere, won her first major as a 19-year-old at the French Open a couple weeks back. So we have her on the platform and she's releasing over the next 2 weeks or so, next week or early the following. So I wanted to show you all her trailer video. It's really neat because when we had her at our Topcourt filming session earlier in the year, she discusses how she knew she wanted to go pro when she visited went to the French Open for the first time. So you'll see in the video, she has some interesting insight there. So I'm going to show you guys that clip and hopefully get some people excited to see what she's going to have to say when we release her content.
Yeah, we are excited. So Ryan's pulling that up. I see that we have 62. We have to get to 100 for Topcourt. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to share this video with your friends. I want you to email your friends. I want you to put it on Facebook. I want you to go to Instagram. I need Maribon Aranchad to go out there and do a TikTok dance video right now and post it about this live for Topcourt. All right, here we go. I'm going to put this into the stream, and I'm going to blow it up because we want to see the whole thing. There we go.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to play.
I think I started to believe that I want to be a pro when I went to my first French Open in 2016. I hope it's a good prediction and I'm going to win a real one. I'm Iga and I'm going to teach you how to hit kick serve. It's probably one of the biggest weapons in my game. The toss is really important. You don't want to toss it to your back because your opponent is going to say that you're going to play kick serve. Just remember, kick serve could be your go-to serve. A lot of kids are playing high balls, so I always wanted to find a way to hit the ball early and finish them. This drill helped me to do that and play more aggressive. The first time I had a racket in my hand was probably when I was 4. Probably when I went to my first junior Grand Slam, I saw that tennis is going to be my life. I think I made the progress pretty fast and I learned from every match that I lost. I needed that, and I know that it's not going to be the same when I go to a big stadium like Philippe Chatrier. During a match, I'm literally closing my eyes and painting a picture of me playing the perfect ball. When I was younger, a common mistake that I made was falling back. So when I do this drill now, I really focus on being stable and putting my weight forward. It's important to me to work on the things that I have on court, but also like in my life, you just have to remember that working with your mind is as important as with your body. I'm Iga Swiatek. Welcome to Topcourt.
That is really cool. You know what I love about Topcourt too? I love the little music you guys put with your videos. Like all the videos have little chill, kind of cool music. And as you're watching it and you're listening to the content, you're kind of like, I want to go out and play right now. You just get like really start to put a smile on your face. It's really awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's really nice hearing the music along with the content for sure.
Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. So we've got Jan, who's obviously checked out the Topcourt. Look at that. Now that looks like a tennis player to me. What do you think?
I think so. Definitely player right there.
Topcourt is really unique. Speaking of unique, Bryan, you're pretty unique. You actually, you're no slouch yourself. You played at Wake Forest. That's pretty amazing, actually. That's if you all don't know, Wake Forest is big time tennis. So tell us about how you got into tennis and we lost Ryan. Oh, you're back.
Oh, I'm back.
Bryan, don't do that. Heart attack. Heart attack. Anyway, tell us how you got into tennis and your kind of journey before we go to the next pro.
Yeah, certainly. So I actually kind of fell into it. My grandmother, she gave me lessons when I was 4 years old. I just, played once a week for a couple years, and my parents will tell me, and my grandma used to tell me, I just had this extreme focus and I loved being out there, and I played other sports, but I was never the kid whose parents kind of pushed them into it. It just happened as a natural progression for me. I took to it. I loved the sport. So by the time I was 10, I just, progressed into playing a couple times a week. I started playing local tournaments, and it just kind of, my career took off from there in terms of, I was a competitive junior and was looking at some top schools and ended up at Wake Forest, which was it's such a great school, and we had such a great program. So it was really great having the opportunity from, you're playing tennis and it's such an individual sport. So it was really great having the opportunity to play in this, team atmosphere with your closest friends and people, cheering in the stands, which is a little different in terms of a tennis sense. It's typically, pretty quiet, but it was such a great experience, and tennis as a sport, fully transformed me into, the person that I am today. And it's just clearly just a lifetime sport. And here I am working in what I love most. So it's, super, super exciting for me.
Well, we're happy you're with us. We're happy Topcourt is with us. And just by curiosity, what was your major?
My major was psychology,
Okay.
which has nothing to do with what I do now, but I think I just wanted to take classes that I enjoyed, and I love, learning about different people and communicating with different people. So I just kind of took all the knowledge that I got from there, and I feel like it's super applicable to everything, whether it was, my teammates in college or dealing with people now and in the business world. I took away a lot from it, even though I'm not, in the psychology world per se.
Very, very cool. All right. Well, show us what we have next.
All right, so next up, I'm going to play a clip from one of our episodes from the Bryan brothers. So they have some really unique insight here. Obviously, as an amazing doubles tandem, they just retired, so we'll be sad to see them go. But they talk about doubles communication here, and what's really neat is, contrary to popular belief, they're discussing how in tough, tight times during a match, it's best to actually not coach your partner, just kind of support them, and the importance of encouraging them to swing out in tough times is what's gonna, help you kind of move along. So if you give me one second.
Looking forward to see this one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Yeah, the Bryan brothers are great. They love to teach.
Yeah, they do, and they truly love this sport, which you can tell. So it's really neat to kind of see how they communicate with people in a coaching sense as well, and speak about the sport.
All right, here we go. We're adding to the stream. Maribon, have you done your TikTok dance video yet? We still have 74 people on. I guess it wasn't a good enough dance. All right, here we go.
All right, let's go.
With us, he doesn't want me to be the leader and tell him what to do. So often with our relationship, less is more. And so when we're playing our best, sometimes we just shut up. And if he's missing a few returns, I can see his face. If he's a little insecure and nervous.
It's best not to coach in those moments when your partner is struggling. It's best not to tell him, hey, man, get up on your serve or do this or that. It's best to tell them, like, go for it. You want to free your partner up when they're tight. So a lot of times it'd be like, hey, man, go for it. Miss it here, And if they do miss it, hey, that's great contact. Keep letting it fly. So you just want to encourage them to be loose and stay aggressive when they start to get tight.
You never want to roll your eyes. We've had that. Or Bob looks over and he misses, and I roll my eyes. Or we call it sniping. He'll miss a volley. I'm like, damn it, come on, stick your volley. And that doesn't go well. And it's cost us probably 100 matches on tour where we just lose our chemistry. And so we're always dancing a thin line because our twin relationship is always teetering, because you never want to hear your brother, say something negative.
Yeah, our chemistry is our greatest weapon, but it's also our worst enemy. Sometimes when it goes bad hardcore. And then when it's going well, we're like one force coming at the team, and we're unbeatable. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. Love that. It's kind of cool that they admit that too. Although I guess they're retired, so they can admit it now, right? But that whole thing of, like, when it goes wrong hardcore, and you would think that, because they're twins, they have the unfair advantage. If you've ever been around twins, like I used to have 2 twin coaches, and they could actually do the entire fitness workout. Like, they were in charge of fitness with the kids for like 20 minutes a day. And they would just look at each other, and they just kind of smiled, like, okay, we know that's the next thing. It was really weird. But like they said, when it goes bad, nothing like a family going bad when you're got tension. That could be a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure, over the years, I'm sure we all know from having sibling relationships, they're different than anything else. So I can't even imagine being twins and having to be on such a major stage all the time. And as we all know, communication is super huge in doubles. So the fact that they're able to, not only be awesome tennis players, but be able to play doubles so well and keep their relationship has to be at its peak for them to perform at their best. So it's a pretty unique situation to kind of see what they have to go through to get to the level that they've gotten to.
Yeah. Jeff Hagan, who is a big supporter of online instruction. He seems to be involved in all of our stuff. He's from San Francisco. He played last night. He's playing this afternoon. He's playing tomorrow. He's totally obsessed. That's why we love him. Awesome, Jeff. What do you say? Bryan brothers are awesome. So sorry they retired. It's a loss for the sport. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. Couldn't agree more. We were very sad to hear that.
But, I have a feeling that those guys, they love tennis so much, they're always going to kind of be around the game for many years to come. They're probably, I can't think of another team or even person, individual that would get so involved around the events of the tournament. Like I've been to Indian Wells, and they were playing, their band was playing there, and then they did stuff with the kids and things like that. I do a clinic out in Cincinnati for the Cincinnati tournament. They came to the club that we actually run the tournament at. They did a clinic there for like 3 hours. Then they played at around the pool for everybody, and their dad was watching them. And like, they are super. They came to Atlanta, Lifetime Sports, and they played like the local pros in the area. And if they lost a set, they gave a bunch of money to charity. Of course, they never lost a set.
Wow.
No one got any money from charity, and everybody left. No, I'm just kidding. Somehow they gave money to charity, but they didn't lose a set.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised to hear all of that. I mean, they're so great for this sport. I mean, you talk to anyone who, even if they've never played tennis, the Bryan brothers. They're just great guys. They're awesome for the sport. Their camaraderie and what they've done for all of us is really awesome. I'm sure they'll be around in different ways over the years.
Yeah, excellent stuff. Thank you so much for sharing that. What do we have next?
Yeah, so lastly, I want to go through, this is one of my favorites. I love Fernando Verdasco's videos on Topcourt. They really make you want to get out there and just hit balls. So this one this will probably be great for a lot of you lefties out there. I think in some of the comments, someone said they were a lefty. So this one's for you. But here, Fernando discusses the importance of utilizing the out wide serve as a lefty. He talks about how utilizing this to push your opponent off the court allows you to start off the point on the right foot with your first shot as a forehand. So I'm going to show this one to you.
Here we go.
Important, to make a good toast. If you are lefty, a little bit on top of you and on the left side, so you have more angle to reach that position. For lefty players, one of the most important strokes in our game, because we push them out of the court, and it's easier for us to make the first shot with our forehand and start dictating the point. So I'm going to make one serve. Once you toss the ball, the racket has to come in. If you see the ball, let's say top left, so it's easier to get that spin outside the court. Jumping good with your legs, that one. I like to roar every time I serve. It kind of helps me to give intensity to my shots. If you kind of roar at the same time that you hit, they say you see? You kind of put more energy in your shot and then give more intensity. At the same time, tennis, many times, if you have a game that is that you like to play intense with spin, no matter if it's your forehand or your serve, I think that's kind of give you a little bit of extra energy to take the air out your body and just put a little bit extra energy on the shot.
Excellent.
Yeah, we love that one.
So does our friend Matt from Coffee Break Tennis. He says he's so handsome too. Now, Ryan, you probably have not seen Coffee Break Tennis. Have you seen Coffee Break Tennis?
I have not. Do I need to?
You absolutely need to see Coffee Break Tennis. Please put that on your to-do list. When you have a spare moment, don't go to your Instagram page. Go to Coffee Break Tennis and watch Matt's video, especially the last couple. He just made a great video with Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, he made like a song about them after Rafa won the French Open. And then it was kind of like excluding like Novak, like they didn't want like Novak. And it is so good. And here's a quick Matt story. We go to the Cincinnati Open, right? You see how he's saying Fernando Verdasco is so handsome?
Yeah.
We go to Cincinnati, we get press passes. Matt goes in the press conference. Everybody's asking the same question, like, it was Dimitrov. It's like, Grigor, how do you feel like you played today? I played very well, blah, blah, blah. Grigor, what do you think about your game? You know, like that goes on for like 20 minutes. Then Matt goes, Grigor, some would say that you're the most handsome player on tour right now, perhaps the most handsome player ever. Who do you think the most handsome player is?
That's hilarious. I love
Grigor was stunned. He had no idea what to say. He started to blush. He was moving the tennis ball back and forth like he was kicking. And then somebody said, well, you don't have to answer that question. He goes, no, I'm going to answer the question. This was the last question. I'm answering this question. And then he just got all into it. He's like, I have to say Philly, man. Philly. I'd say, show me them calves, man. It was so good. Got to watch Matt. He's fantastic.
I will check it out. Love the mix up.
Yeah. So anyway, this was fantastic. Tell us about Topcourt, how it works, how people get your videos, what they do, how does this all work? How can we see this all anytime we want?
Yeah, certainly. So for a user, it's a one-time annual fee of $180 for our basic subscription. So what that means is, you pay the $180 fee and you have access to all of our content throughout the entire year. And what happens is, as I was saying earlier, Iga's releasing over the next week or two, and every 2 to 3 weeks at this point, we're releasing a new player's content. So we're constantly signing more players. We're constantly having our next filming event. So for the user, there's constantly new content that's going to be loaded up. And Pete also, the bonus that Pete has is he's able to offer you guys a 14-day free trial. I believe he's going to post the link here so you can check out all of the content before, upgrading, converting over to full access. And I hope that, and I know and hope that when you guys check out the free trial, you'll be able to access everything we have. And I think you'll see the value in converting over, because there's truly, as you've already seen for people who have had the chance to check it out, there's endless content on there, and there's so much more coming and so many new players that I wish I could say who they are right now, but promise you guys won't be disappointed with some of the names we have coming out in later 2020 and early 2021.
I know a couple of them, and they're big, they're huge. Like, you're not going to believe it, guys. I did put in the link, as you can see. Look in the link. It's a bit.ly link. You sign up there. You get the free 14-day trial. I'm telling you what, if you love tennis, this is very binge-worthy. I think the videos are just the right amount of time.
Yeah.
I love all the background interviews. It's so cool to hear, because what I love about Topcourt and what they've done for these players is you get to hear the passion. They sit down and they start talking about their childhood. They start telling stories about how they first got on the tour. Like Brad Gilbert tells a great story about how he was trying to make it and what the tour was like. And I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, but it was very interesting. And one after the next, really hearing their background stories, they're really, really good. And then you go onto the court. Now you feel like, okay, now I know them even better, and they're even cooler than I thought. And then they're on the court and they're so nice and fun. And they're showing you the drills that they love to do to get to the next level, whether it's hitting a serve, whether it's coming to the net, whether it's improving their ground strokes, whether it's getting fitter. And it's just a lot of fun to watch. It's a lot of fun to watch. My friend Matt is trying to bet. He says, I bet they got Sampras. She can't say.
My lips are sealed.
She can't say. It could be Sampras. It could be Serena. It could be, who knows who it could be. It could be anybody. That's why you got to try the 14-day trial. So then you can see that when you're a member. Let me ask you this, Ryan.
Yeah.
This is kind of a facetious question.
Okay.
It's $180 for the year to get all these lessons from all these amazing players.
Yeah.
If you were to call, I don't know, Taylor Fritz on the phone right now and ask for a private lesson, how much do you think he'd charge you for an hour lesson?
Well, I don't know if he'd take your call.
He wouldn't even take your call.
Definitely wouldn't take your call, but I can only imagine. I mean, I know how much pros, coaches, in the US in general are charging per hour. So if you think about it, this is a really unique, awesome, fun entertainment value resource, as well as helpful for your tennis. And for the cost of $180 for the whole year, I mean, I'm in New York, so prices are a bit more expensive here, but I can imagine, the going rate for a lesson in the States here has got to be, $60 to $80 an hour on average. So if you look at it that way, it's not,
Just to play in New York. Okay, we were talking about this. All right, first of all, I'm now officially old, okay? Next month, I'm going to be 48 years old. I was in my 20s living in New York, and we played a couple hours of doubles. And remember, this is like 20 years ago. It was like 2 hours of doubles. It was about $200.
Oh, man. You're like, all right, now I can't pay my rent this month.
Yeah, I mean, we split it all. So it was $200 for the court. I mean, so we all chipped in. But I mean, so you think about that. It was 2 hours, it was over, it was gone. Topcourt, they're constantly adding these new people. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, for sure.
Matt, this is why I love Matt. All right, man, this is a lot of fun. We just wanted to come on real quick. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share with us before we take off today?
No, I mean, thank you again for having us. And I hope that everyone got some good insight in watching this stuff that I was able to share with you, thanks to Pete. And I think it will be, hopefully you'll see the value and think it's a really great tool and resource and fun activity even for all of you guys, because I know you're massive tennis fans. So we're just super happy to be able to have this platform to share with the tennis world. And we really, we're looking to grow this sport in a really unique way, and would love to have you guys hop on board the journey with us.
All right, cool. I'm putting the link in there one more time. Thank you so much, Ryan. People, stay on tonight. Tonight, be looking out. We're going to be on with Jeff Greenwald. Okay. Jeff Greenwald is, and Ryan, I don't know if you know Jeff Greenwald, but Jeff Greenwald is literally one of the best players over 50 in the world. Like, he is amazing. When they used to have the SAP Open in San Jose, I forget who the player he played, but everybody would know him. He played him. He was like this close to beating him, and he lost. And if he would have won that match, he would have been the main draw. And and he's won national tournaments, gold balls in pretty much every age category. And he's also a sports psychologist. It's going to be on tonight. And
awesome. I'll have to hop on.
It's going to be all about how to accelerate your growth on the court, in your mind. He's like one of those guys where he's like so zen, but he's also so intense. It's really weird. Like, usually like people are kind of like peaceful and flowery, or they're like super like, he's got both.
Wow, that's unique.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to check that one out. It sounds like you'll have a lot of great insight.
Yeah. So, and guys, be ready tomorrow, Saturday night, day and live. I'm calling it Saturday night. I don't know what's better. Ryan, what do you like better? Saturday night, day and live, or Super Saturday?
I like Super Saturday.
Super Saturday's pretty good.
I like Super Saturday. Yeah. It's quick, zippy, simple. I like it.
Can I give you a trivia question and put you on the spot real quick?
I don't know. All right.
Because you are much younger than me, I'm guessing. I'm not going to ask your age, but I'm supposing you're much younger than me.
I'm not great at trivia, but no pressure.
Okay, Super Saturday. What is that from? What tournament did they play Super Saturday at? And what year was it?
Oh, I'm done here. I don't know.
Guys, what was Super Saturday?
Come on, somebody has to know the answer, because I sure don't. If it's not tennis related, I don't know.
Oh, it's tennis related.
Is it?
Yeah, Super Saturday. What year was it? Who played? Okay, Ron Rose got the first 1984 U.S. Open. Boom, Ron. That's good. Okay, let's keep going. Who played on Super Saturday, guys? Who played? Give me some matches. Let's see if we can get all the matches. This is great for you to YouTube.
Yeah.
You'll love it. There's a lot of great matches, and most of them are on YouTube. Give us some matches, guys. Who played on Super Saturday? Well, are we running out? People don't know? If I don't hear answers in the next, Mac Connors in 5. That was the last match. Mac won. And then he destroyed, who did he destroy the next day? Coffee break tennis. Thanks, mate. What is this? Big baby steps. They're out tomorrow. Okay, Everett Navratilova. They played. I believe Navratilova won that match. And then there was...
That's a rivalry.
Lendl Cash. Lendl beat Cash in a 5th set tiebreaker, and then McEnroe destroyed him the next day. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to put the link in one more time. Then everybody can go and eat. Well, maybe you're eating lunch watching this. I'm going to go eat lunch. You know what I'm going to do after this, Ryan? I'm going to go do a quick, 20-minute HIIT workout, jump rope, skipping around, some Jeff Saldenstein stretches, and then I'm going to eat some food and prepare for tonight.
Good for you. I did my HIIT workout this morning before my first meetings, but it's nice to get it in midday.
Yeah. So you see, guys, I'm putting the bit.ly link there. So it's in the comments. You click on that, and then the magic will ensue. Everybody have a great day. Please sign on tonight. Be on tonight at 8:15 p.m. Be on all day tomorrow. I don't care if you have to go shopping for food. I don't care if you have a honey-do list. I don't care what you have to do. I want you on tomorrow night. All right, everybody have a great day. This is a lot of fun.